Today's video is all about edible talismans and a little bit about where they came from and how you can use it for healing and more. I am Aradia, the Witch of Dark Light. Welcome to my channel. Here I talk about the foundations and how to manifest magic. I talk about the dark goddess, the dark feminine, and just whatever I like to talk about that is within the esoteric realm. Edible talismans. I first came across the idea in the Picatrix, which is a Arabic medieval grimoire that is full of esoteric gnosis about the planets, how to work with them, and just different in-depth techniques. And the philosophy of this book is the goal of the wise, the goal of the sage, and how it is necessary to incorporate certain things to become this wise mystic, this sage, this philosopher. Now, there are other books that are referenced and also talk about edible talismans that are of Middle Eastern descent, and one of those books is the Book of Knowledge, Kitab al-Ma'arif by al-Qushayri, a 10th century Sufi scholar. And another book called the Book of Treasure is Kitab al-Kanz by Abu Hamid al-Ghazali, a 12th century Islamic mystic. Now, I probably butchered those names, and I'm very sorry if I did, but I will have that information referenced in just the description of this video. So in this gnosis of these books are talismans and amulets, in the ways that they use them, and specifically for this video, in the ways that they use them by using foods and different things. And edible talismans, of course, I brought it forward into our modern times and found a few ways to implement that into my practice of sigil and talisman making. So what I used was a couple of things. I was, trying out a couple of ways to do this. So first I created a sigil, because talismans are, you take an object that you want to imbue with, inscribing it with sigils and signs and symbols, and imbuing it with whatever the magical intent is. So I took an apple and created, inscribed the sigil that I created, and the sigil stood for I'm healed in my body. So I inscribed that on the apple. I also tried, and also I didn't try, but I did. I put it on a gluten-free corn chip taco cracker, whatever it's called. But so I used green dye, and because when you are, first disclaimer, when you're creating this, you obviously don't want to use a marker or a pen writing on any of these things that are edible, because you are ingesting this into your body. So whatever you use, make sure it is okay for you to ingest into your body. So I took green food dye and I took a dropper and kind of drew out this sigil. It's a little tough because it kind of soaks in and like spreads out, so the lines become, you really don't see the lines after a while, but the sigil, the act of drawing the sigil is still there. And I tried honey on the cracker as well. And there are many ways that you could do this, but I think, especially if you're doing this for healing, using fruit, and whatever fruit works best for you, and carving that sigil on the fruit Now, while you're doing this, because a big component of this when they created their talisman was timing. So this is my suggestion. Find out, or you may already know, what your ruling planet is for your birth chart. Find that out, and how you can find that out is knowing what your rising sign is, and whatever planet is the ruling planet of your rising sign, this is the planet that rules your chart. So for me, it's Venus. So what I would do is find the time, the astrological timing of Venus, and maybe throw in some attributes of Venus while I'm creating this sigil. And I would do it during that time. What I would also suggest, because we're talking about healing, this is the example that I'm using and what I use it for. You might want to put on some water sounds, like go to a YouTube channel that has these meditative videos, and you have ocean sounds, just water, because water is also a healing element to this. So maybe have those sounds playing while you're creating the sigil, while you're putting it onto whatever it is that you are going to ingest. And once it's created, you say a few words, whatever you like. I am healed, or maybe say a prayer, and you ingest this. And then after you finish, just visualize it. If you're good with visualization, visualize it going to that point in your body where you feel you need to be healed. Just see it saturating that area. And after this is done, then you want to say, so mote it be, it is done, ashe, 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 whatever it is that for you closes out, and it tells you it is done. So this is the way that you can use edible talismans. If you have any questions, or want to know more, or have a better understanding and I didn't explain it very well, please do let me know. So until the next video, I love you all, and into the shadows.